What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, sports talk with street flavor. With 7 minutes left in the game, and the Cavs were up by 22. There was 99.9% the Cavs would win that game. Only 638 teams before that, with that lead, gave it up. And guess what? The Knicks came back and won 44-11 in the fourth quarter in overtime against the Cavs to take game one at the Garden. Winning the overtime, like the West won the overtime. But this time the home team came out on top. Whew. Did the Knicks dodge one? They have won now. They have won now 8 games in a row in the playoffs. Is this mic on? 8 games in a row in the playoffs. The Knicks has won. So, what is next? What was going to happen in game 2? Can they go up 2-0? Can they put a stranglehold on this series with a win tomorrow? Okay? James Harden was a defense liability. He got cooked by the Knicks in that fourth quarter, mainly by Bronson. So, can that happen again? Can James step up? Like I told you, he did step up in the last series, 2 games, when they needed it, and they bounced back and won and took the series. Okay, some people say, oh, it was coming off the back-to-back 7-game series. They was tired. The Knicks was rusty. The Knicks didn't kick it back in until really the second half. They didn't really get it into the second half. So, what is next in this series? Cat didn't really show up. He had 13 points and 13 rebounds. He didn't have that assist. He wasn't Pat Mahomes in this game. He wasn't Cat Mahomes. So, what potential does the Knicks still have? They came back and still won by double digits. Okay? 11, that's double digits, people. 1-1, that's double digits. Okay, so what will we expect in game 2? Spider, is he ready? Will James Harden run with him? That's the question. Bronson and the rest of the boys, can they get hot? I'm looking for McBride to have a good game. Because the Knicks wasn't that great in 3-pointers. And when McBride gets hot, lights are usually out for their opponents. And I like McBride in game 2. And on the road also. So let's see what happens going forward. Remember, Cleveland in the regular season was up on the Knicks also. And the Knicks came back at home also and beat Cleveland in the regular season. So let's see what happens in game 2. Now we got game 2 tonight in the West. Wemby, my French is a little off, but the English is going to, I'm going to kick your ass in English. That's what Wemby is saying right now. Because right now, they 6-1 in the season against OKC. Can OKC snap out of it? Usually, after a game 1 loss in the playoffs, that doesn't happen that rarely for the Thunder. Shea usually have like 34 points in the next game and usually get his rhythm back. Remember, they was a little rusty also. So let's see, can OKC snap out of it against Wemby? Make it a 1-1 series. Because if I think they go down 0-2 against Wemby, it might be a gentleman's sweep. Bottom line, might be a gentleman's sweep. Okay? So, and Wemby is not carrying right now. And those guard play, even Fox is not even there. Castle and Harper, the rookie, second pick in the draft, is doing what he wants. Okay, so let's see. We're not going to jump the gun and say what's going to happen in the next round if the Spurs get there and who their opponent will be. We're not going to even jump to that, but we're going to say, okay, Harper, Castle, when Fox get back, the speed that's going to be on that court in the backcourt, woo! Let's see what's going to happen. Wemby defending the middle. I told you, swatting everything. So let's see what happens down the stretch. Okay? This is only game 1. We got game 2. Okay? Game 2 tonight. Game 2 tomorrow with the Knicks. Then we will see what's going to transpire over the weekend. Memorial Day. Okay? Memorial weekend. Who's going to be barbecuing or get barbecued? That's the question. That's the question that's going into this weekend. Okay? So, is the Knicks ready for this prime time? Because like I said, they're taking steps. Each year, they go higher and higher. Is this their year to go to the finals? And not just go to the finals, must win the finals. As I said, I always represent the brand. I got one of my Harlem Chronicle shirts on. Yes, Harlem Chronicle. Always represent the brand. Okay, remember, go to GHET-TO Sports and Harlem.com and check out your gear and your books. And speaking about books, the coach of the Cleveland said that James been one of his top defensive player. You know, that's why he left them on Bronson. What was this man thinking? And he didn't call no timeouts. What was this man thinking? I don't know. What was his thoughts? Now, speaking about thoughts, he needs to go to GHET-TO Sports and Harlem.com and get my book of thoughts so he can see what's going on in his head. I don't know what was going on in his head when he was thinking that James Harden was going to guard Bronson. These are thoughts, not a book. These are thoughts. And he needs some thoughts right now because he didn't know what the hell he was thinking about in game 1. But each team makes adjustments. So we will see what adjustments Cleveland have for the Knicks and what will Brown do against Cleveland because he know they're going to bounce back. He know that Cleveland is going to bounce back. So what is his thoughts about that? Because we didn't, like I said, they got off to a slow start. They was rusty, but now they have a game under their belt, a win under their belt, and the Knicks know how it is losing games 2s. You know, make it harder on them. So they need to take game 2 coming tomorrow night. Oklahoma need to take game 2 tonight because if they don't, like I said, I'm being nice, saying the gentleman's sweep. They might not even make it back from San Antonio if they don't win tonight. So they need to bounce back and bounce back hard. A lot of people gave Chat a hard time for not guarding Wemby. Talking about he's that back end help, and it did show that when he tried to go for a layup or a dunk towards the end of the game, and he smacked it away, and it went into overtime. But sometimes Wemby needs somebody, you know, his size, and Chad is his size to put it in his face. Okay, you know, there's not going to be that many defensive fouls and everything like that, you know. So put him a little bit on him sometimes to see what's going on. If Wemby can't do both ends and have a free reign on the offensive end because he looks over everybody like this. I can see everybody. Okay, they need to snap out of it. Let's see what happens. Oh, little small tidbit: football. Aaron Rodgers. You know, he came back last week. Then he said today that this would be his last year and all that. Will this be a farewell tour? He's trying to get sympathy from the league, you know, to give him presents. No, I'm going to give him a present. I'm going to give him my book of thoughts. So he needs to think about this crap that he's thinking about right now. Leave people alone, okay? So that's our NFL right now. Let's see what happens going forward because we know we got a lot of, what you call that? Not preseason, but not training camps, but mini camps and things like that going on right now in the NFL. But we will see. Like I said, the boys behind me will bounce back. Worst to first. That's what we're looking for. Worst to first. Peace.